Tender Situation, of course, by Ween off of Pure Guava. This was requested by Jaden Rossi, however you pronounce that. Thank you very much for this request. And yeah, this is really just based around four very simple chords repeated with sort of basically like a riff, you know, like a continuous guitar hook plays throughout. Very, very catchy and sort of infectious in its own way. I've got some like chorus on my guitar because the one on the album kind of does, but you totally play it clean. Now, it's very choppy in terms of the way it's played, of course, on the album. Even how they play it live, it's kind of choppy, but not nearly as much as the album, right? It's got kind of a spankiness to it. So let's just go over the chords. So it's an F. So it's an F voiced like this. It's like a C major shape, but you're going to be pointing these two fingers here, and then your finger there on the G string, point your finger there on the B string. So you're not really going to be hitting the high E there or the low E. You're just kind of muting that. So hammer on the G, then B, then pluck and pull off on the G. Similar pattern, but it's on a open C chord, but it's on the D string and the G string. Exact same pattern as there. Just move a string lower, and you're not having your finger on the G string; it's on the B string, so it's just an open G string. Then an open G chord, play like this. Not played like this necessarily. It's like that. Just got your pinky up there with no on that note. It's just open B. And then you hit a D minor. Right? So it kind of vamps into it. Next few hits are muted. And then you little upstroke there on those top two strings. And then do it again, and then you're going to hammer on the highest string, 3rd fret. And then hit it again after you on the 1st fret. So right? And then just open E, first to the B. So and then it loops. And sometimes when he plays the F, he's probably doing it in this position because he does this little 9 thing, add 9. Right? So just a couple mutes. Strums it so that he hits that note. And then open E. You can hit it like an upstroke along with the notes with the strings below it. And then you're going to make sure you get that C note on the 1st fret of the B in there of the C chord. And then you're going to do that exact same pattern again with the high E, but it's with the C chord underneath. So it's going to be, And you're going to end up on that note on the B string. So, alright, so now you might think after hitting this, because we end up on this note, that you'll play the G chord, like this, with those two notes. I still don't hear that when he strums the chord out. I think it's just an open B in there. So I think he basically just sort of has a fleeting hit of that. Right, and then it just loops. So the variations of that. That's basically the song. I mean, really. The only other thing in the song is on the Pure Guava version specifically, there is sort of a weird like keyboard part that's in there, and just to very briefly somewhat go over that, because why not? It's basically just sliding back and forth between like intervals of fourths and moving them around. So if for whatever reason you wanted to include this in your rendition, it would be something like this, like. I know it sounds real weird. So that's just intervals of fourths. It's just same fret on the top two strings on the 12th fret. Right? So high, low, high, low, high, low. Right? So. And then you just do that on the 10th fret of the B, 9th of the G. Then move those both up 2 frets. Then throw back on the highest 2 strings on the 8th fret. Then slide it up to the 10th. And then it just kind of loops that. Weird little part. It's odd to emulate on the guitar. Just in case you wanted to include that, I figured I'd, throw out how to do that in there. But yeah, that's Tender Situation. Thank you very much for watching, and hope you have fun playing the song.